Yo, this is Lefty. I'm here with the local strength and conditioning coach and local boxing trainer, Mark Greenwood.
Back.
Yep, he's back.
Let's get it.
So, this is the main event video, Broner versus Granados. Granados is a local kid, so I almost didn't want to predict this fight because it just
You have to, bro.
yeah, it just kind of happens that way where you just don't want, like, you don't want your bias to, but I think there's a legitimate opportunity here for Granados. Broner's proven that he's been vulnerable. So, so Mark, how do you feel about Granados coming into this fight?
I think Granados is definitely a conditioned, disciplined athlete. I think one of the key things for him is going to be to pay attention to his corners plan. Definitely hopefully they got an A to Z plan because I think every corner should. The key is adjustments. I think he needs to make sure when he lets that right hand go to keep that back foot down and it's into a pivot. Don't walk out of your stance when you're trying to move forward and punch because you're going to walk into something. I also think he's gonna have to, weather the storm the first 5 rounds. Honestly, I think he's in better shape than Broner. I really do, and I'm not just saying that because I've seen him train, seen him fight here. I'm just being 100. I think he's in better shape, and I think if he weathers the storm and is smart about his movement, his head movement, I think he'll give Broner a really hard time as far as getting off combinations. We know Broner tends to go back and forth from, a pop shot to trying to get off 3 or 4 shots with an uppercut in there. So, Granados has to keep his eyes on Broner's chest and shoulders and just pay attention. Watch for that slick, fast right uppercut. He's going to need to, because not watching, that's his chance of getting dropped. There's that possibility of him getting dropped, just not watching. Do I think he'll get back up? Absolutely. But I think towards the end, I think 6 and on, I think Granados can get into his chest, let some body shots go, move out a little bit. Don't stand there and try to take punches. That's not necessary. Box and move, and I got my eyes saying Granados will pull it out.
How do you feel about Broner coming into this fight?
Broner, I remember you showing me a video a long time ago when he first came out about this kid popping like 11 punch combinations. I remember that. And I feel like Broner got away from that. I feel like, honestly, I feel like he lost himself in trying to be somebody else. Don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of Floyd, especially on the business aspect, but I feel like from that first video you showed me with him letting it go 11 punch combinations, he totally got away from that. And I think if Broner would have stood with himself in his own style, I think he'd be a different fighter today. I don't think he would have took that whooping from Maidana. I think he would just be a different fighter, if he would have stood within himself and developed himself, not, I like this style, I'm going to turn it in this style, and it's no disrespect to him as a fighter. It's actually a compliment. Like, dude, you had your own style, you had your own so, the whole weight thing, I have a problem when fighters want to change up their weights and things of that nature, because that means you have a problem either making weight or either you walking around heavy or fat as hell, and you're supposed to be an athlete. The key is to always be ready. You know what I'm saying? You never know when that big opportunity is knocking on the door and it's like, hey, oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm always ready. You know what I'm saying? So,
and he knew this fight was coming. It's been set since before Thanksgiving.
Exactly. So I just feel like he got away from himself. I'm not saying that he doesn't look slick or give out a little smooth show, but we already got a Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Let's do the real AB. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would like. That's what I would have liked to have seen in his career. But I mean, for the most part, Yeah, I still respect him as a fighter. Do I think he's gonna win this fight? Probably not. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I think Granados, a good template for this fight that I would like Granados to utilize is the fight with Leo Santa Cruz and Frampton the other week.
Mm-hmm.
Leo Santa Cruz came in, feinted, jabbed, stood on the outside, kept him at the end of the punches, and he fought him when he had to, just enough to not give Frampton any sort of mental edge in the fight.
Right.
But let's be real. Broner's coming into this fight at 5'6", 68-inch reach. Granados is coming at 5'9", 74.
Right.
And Granados is coming into this fight with a big win. Now, Granados, every once in a while, he squares up and he gets out of his stance, like you said. And, I think Broner's gonna... I think if he can feign him into, like he's trying to pattern... Broner is trying to pattern his style off of Floyd, and that's fine. But the way to defeat that style is to feint him into a defensive position. And then you jab, which will make him go into his secondary defensive position. Once you get to that third one, there's nowhere, there's not really much, there's nowhere to go.
Right, nowhere to go.
So, that's what I'm going to try to see what happens early. I think, you mentioned earlier off camera that if Granados can feint and jab and just basically frustrate Broner the first 6 rounds and get him a little bit worn down, then he could get into his chest and then take it over late. And Broner, to be honest, he's only throwing 35 to 40 punches a round, if that now. And Granados can throw upwards to 90 punches a round.
Yeah, he's like 75 and up, right? Easily.
Yeah. So utilize that, throw shots. And to be honest, I think I see Granados getting put down by something just by being overly aggressive, but that just comes with his style.
Right.
I could see Broner going down late after being worn down. I could definitely see that. Just like if you want to see good, like look at the first 5 rounds of the Paulie Malignaggi Broner fight, and you'll see what I want him to do against Broner. Except he's got more pop than Paulie.
Right.
And Paulie won 5 rounds. So you put a little bit more pop behind that style,
there you go.
And you got yourself a win. So that's my view and my take on the fight. Granados right now is a 2.5 to 1 underdog. So you put up $100 on this fight on the side of Granados, you're going to get $250 back. I think the fight's 50-50. I think it's a pick'em fight. And, if you want the best value for your money, I'd say bet Granados in this fight.
That's a come on.
So, anyway, this is Lefty's Logic. Sub me, like me. Hopefully we get Mark back again soon. Maybe for the Triple G versus Jacobs fight. Yeah, you want to see...
There'll be a lot to talk about on that one.
Yeah, I got a feeling I know who he's going to pick.
We'll see on the next video.
And he knows, and then he's got a feeling who I'm going to pick.
Yep.
So,
hey, listen.
That'll be really funny. So, tune in next time. This is Lefty. Peace out.
Peace.